When a president wants people to know that an issue is serious, he appoints a czar, and our president, Barack Obama, has made it clear that he takes many, many issues seriously. Merriam-Webster defines a czar as the ruler of Russia until the 1917 revolution, but it's the alternative definition, one having great power or authority, that applies here. Simply put, a czar is an executive with the president's ear. Since his election, President Obama has appointed almost 36 czars. Congress mandates some of these positions, but many are newly created by Obama, and it is this executive power grab that has many people concerned. Here is a list of the Obama White House czars. The Afghanistan-Pakistan czar is Ambassador Richard Holbrooke. The AIDS czar is Jeffrey Crowley. The border czar is Alan Burson. He reports directly to the Homeland Security Secretary, Janet Napolitano. The California water czar is David Hayes. The car czar is former United Steelworkers official Ron Bloom, who replaced the previous car czar, Stephen Ratner. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton appointed the climate czar, Todd Stern. The domestic violence czar is Lynn Rosenthal. The drug czar is Gil Kurlikowski. He has called an end to the war on drugs, as the analogy was a barrier to dealing with the nation's drug issues. The economic czar is Paul Volcker. The energy czar, or assistant to the president for energy and climate change, is Carol Browner. The God czar is Joshua Dubois. Even the Great Lakes have a czar, Cameron Davis, who is the special advisor to the U.S. EPA, overseeing its Great Lakes restoration plan. The green job czar is Van Jones. There is also a czar for Guantanamo closure, Danny Freed. He will oversee the closure of the detention center and the transfer of the detainees. Good luck with that job. The director of the White House Office of Health Reform, or simply put, the health czar, is Nancy Ann DeParle. The information czar is Vivek Kundra. Dennis Blair is the intelligence czar. The Mideast Peace czar, also known as the Special Envoy to the Middle East, is George Mitchell. But don't get him confused with the Mideast Policy czar. That's Dennis Roos. The Special Master on Executive Pay, or Pay czar, is Kenneth Feinberg. He is charged with overseeing compensation for executives who work for companies that receive tens of billions in government aid. The regulatory czar is Cass Sunstein, an old faculty friend of President Obama. John Holdren is the science czar. His official title is the, simply put, Assistant to the President for Science and Technology, Director of the White House Office of Science and Technology Policy, and co-chair of the President's Council of Advisors on Science and Technology. Go Science! The Stimulus Accountability czar is Earl Devaney. The Sudan czar is retired Air Force General J. Scott Gration. He initially wanted to run NASA, but when that didn't work out, President Obama appointed him as chief advisor on war-wrecked Sudan. The TARP czar is Herb Allison. The former CEO of Fannie Mae oversees how TARP funds are spent. The chief technology officer, or tech czar, is Anish Chopra. The terrorism czar is John Brennan. The director of the White House Office of Urban Affairs, or urban czar, is Adolfo Carrion Jr. The weapons czar is Ashton Carter. We have the WMD/terrorism czar, Gary Samore. Finally, the healthcare disinformation czar is former ABC reporter Linda Douglas, who famously asked members of the public to send her any fishy email so that the White House could flag them. As we went to tape, there were still 3 unappointed positions: Copyright czar, Cyberspace czar, and Health Choices Commission czar. And of course, we still need a czar czar. That would be the person in charge of looking after all the other czars. But in keeping with the way we do things now, it should be someone unelected and not even subject to Senate confirmation. How about me? Or you? We could do worse, and we probably will.